I'm having
distance.
some issues.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be another episode of Air Crash Investigation. Oh my
There's a
gosh,
bit
it
of
really
turbulence.
is. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm joined by Ben, and we are in Newcastle, Oklahoma. Today we're going to be looking for old tornado paths, particularly the May 20th, 2013 EF5 path that made its way through here, Newcastle, all the way up to Moore, Oklahoma. So we're going to see if there's anything to see or anything left that we can see from the air, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. So yeah guys, let's get into the video. So I'm gonna be flying the Cessna 172, and I'm on this end of the runway. And Ben, what are you flying?
I am flying a de Havilland DHC-4 Caribou.
Okay, so that's pretty cool, and I'll go ahead and let you take off first so I can see your takeoff. He's on the other end of the runway right now, so we'll see him just fly over us in a minute. Alright, he should be rolling down the runway now. There he is. We can see him just off to the right there, now the center of your screen. Here he comes. What a classic aircraft that one is there. And there it goes, perfect. So now that he's off the ground, let's go ahead and let's take off. Now, an interesting fact about the May 20th, 2013 Moore tornado is that it was the last recorded EF5 up until, well, this video. I mean, I don't know when there's going to be another EF5, but yeah. So, here we go. We have just taken off, and there we are. Let's get a nice external view there as we leave the runway. And rookie mistake, I forgot my flaps, but luckily the 172 can take off without its flaps in a pretty short distance, but it's always recommended to lower your flaps for takeoff. Now, let's go ahead, let's turn this way because we're going to make our way to Moore, and then we're going to see the damage path if there really is anything to see. And we'll also talk about our visit to Moore just a year ago. So, yeah.
So, Jesse, you remember in 99 how there was that one interchange that the tornado basically cored?
Yes.
Well, I am circling that interchange right now.
Yeah, that is correct. That would be, I believe, I-44 and Route 67. So, yeah, right here is where the May 3rd, 1999 EF5, or F5, because it wasn't the enhanced Vegeta scale at that point, actually went over. Now, when it crossed this area, it wasn't actually a wedge tornado, like many would believe. It was a stovepipe. So, yeah, the tornado sort of shape-shifted a lot during its path. But that is another story for another day. I will be releasing, and this is a bit of a shameless plug, but I will be releasing a documentary, a real-time documentary, on the Analyzing Disasters YouTube channel, which is run by myself, run by Ben, Brian, or Tofu, and Jay Killen. So, yeah, that's a pretty cool channel. We're slowly building that one up, so again, another shameless plug, but there it is. So, yeah, here we have I-44, which is a very long highway, and that'll take you all the way down to Chickasha and a bunch of other towns. So, yeah, we're going to turn around, and we are going to make our way up to Moore. Now, right in this area, sort of in the center of your screen, is where the May 20th, 2013 tornado did touch down. Now, I don't see any damage here in this area, anything that's quite extensive. But we'll see if we can see anything as we continue up the path. Right here is where the tornado would have crossed. Right over this bridge, crossing the Canadian River. And it made its way towards Southwest 149th Street and South May Avenue. So we're going to be seeing that momentarily. I'm going to be flying over them, and I'll look down in just a moment here. These homes here were hit by the tornado, and they suffered some pretty serious damage. We've got Southwest 149th Street, or 149th Street, and South May Avenue, which is that road, which is directly above the left wingtip. And I don't see anything yet. Oh, I take that back. Ben, I can still see the path.
Yeah, I mean, we went there last year, and the path was still there. You could clearly tell where the tornado went through, because there were just no trees and then trees.
That is true, but I think this data is super out of date, at least not super recent, because there are actually homes missing still.
Look what's below us.
Oh, yes, thank you for reminding me. That is Orr Family Farms, and that is where we visited in Moore, and there was actually a bit of an abandoned area down there, And we took some photos, took some video of that area, and it's pretty much just a bunch of slabbed buildings, which is super eerie to see. Currently, we're going over the neighborhoods of Moore, and there is Plaza Towers Elementary School. Unfortunately, there were several kids that lost their lives in that school when the building partially collapsed because of the tornado. And going this way, you can actually see, I mean, this is not ground scouring we're seeing. I mean, there was ground scouring with this tornado, but this is just from construction and whatnot, and trees being cut down or removed. And you can just see the missing homes and everything. But right over there, there was some EF5 damage, and this is actually where the tornado looped, which is really interesting. Currently, we're going over what remains, or when this digital imagery was taken, what remains of the hospital there, and also the Warren Theater. And continuing this way, we've got more damage, or more missing homes. You can actually see some slabs there. And wow, look at that. So I wasn't actually expecting to see, like, this visible of a path, which is amazing. Going this way, we can see more missing homes, but the path starts to become a little more difficult to see. I can see some missing trees up here, so let's just continue this way. That is pretty much it. I do know the tornado continued on for a little longer. It moved this way, but this is a different satellite imagery here. You can actually see the split just over there, right where Ben just flew over. So, yeah, this seems to be more updated, which means we're not going to see very much of anything. But somewhere around here is where the tornado would have dissipated, and it sort of roped out, which was pretty cool.
That would be at that thick forested area just in front of that lake and up ahead.
Oh, okay.
It's impossible to see, I'm sure. I mean, because it's... When it was there, it was doing like EF1, EF0 strength damage, so basically it was just taking small branches off of trees at that point.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn around, and we're going to take a look at the path once again, and this time we'll fly a little bit lower so we can get a more detailed view of what the damage looks like. So going this way, we're heading backwards in time, I guess, through the path. We're going west, and you can really get a visual of it here. We're going to go a little lower in altitude. We've got a high school over there. Now, that was hit by the tornado, but it wasn't completely destroyed. It was only one part of the building, and it actually tossed lockers, which was crazy. I think they landed in a neighborhood somewhere, but yeah, it was pretty devastating. Did you crash?
I was trying to land on this road, but there are power poles there that I did not see, and I had a wingtip strike.
Yikes. Well then. Alright, so...
I am going to try and land on the highway, maybe.
Here we have Plaza Towers once again. This area was, once again, just devastated by the tornado. Continuing this way, we'll see Briarwood Elementary School, which was also just devastated, just completely destroyed. We've got more neighborhoods that were destroyed here. You can see the slabs and whatnot, and then homes that were rebuilt. I mean, every single home here was leveled. It's just this satellite imagery was probably taken in like 2015 or something, because some of the homes are popping back up, but not all of them. And here we have Orr Family Farms, or Family Farm. It is okay over there. There was some damage, but here is where it was the worst. And there were a couple of other buildings here, and then we have some more damage off to the right. And the tornado went over through here, or came from here, because we're going backwards through the path, or going westward. Where are you at, by the way?
I just flew over Orr Family Farm not that long ago.
Oh, look at this. I found the race track, or the horse track. I'm not sure what that track is.
The horse track is right next to the casino that I believe was almost hit, if it wasn't hit.
Well, there's one over here, and I do remember...
Is that on the south? Or...
It's north of the Canadian River. No.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay,
it's this small one here. This was hit by the tornado, and as far as I'm aware, it's abandoned today. Alright, so here we are. This bridge was actually not the main bridge, but there was a railroad or some bridge that was knocked out. You can actually see it down there. It sort of just cuts off right next to the water there. That was actually knocked out by the tornado. Now I've got to find the airport. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's get ready to land. All right, let's see if we can make this happen here. We're floating a little bit, but I'm not too worried because I'm in a Cessna. So here we go. Oh, we're really floating. There we go. Go ahead and let's move the camera out of the way here a little bit so we can get a nice view. There he is. And he's about to touch down. There we go. I was about to say, is your landing gear down? But it just appeared for me. So there we go. And Ben has landed. Now, we're going to do one more flight, and we're going to be flying over Joplin. So yeah, we're going to see if there's anything there. Alright, so here we are in Joplin, at Joplin Regional Airport. I am in the PC-6, and Ben is in the PC-12, and I believe he just took off. I think he did, because I don't... Oh, yep, there he is. He's a speck in the distance.
I'm having some issues.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be another episode of Air Crash Investigation. Oh my gosh, it really is.
Oh, I've lost it.
Well then, folks. On the next episode of Air Crash Investigations,
kind of a difficult thing to fly.
I am not that acquainted with Joplin or the Joplin tornado, so I'm just gonna see if I see anything abnormal or just a bunch of missing trees, and we'll see what happens from there. Now, the Joplin tornado was rain-wrapped, wasn't it?
It was rain-wrapped, and I believe it was multi-vortex as well.
Wow. So, yeah.
think.
There's some amazing footage by Jeff Piotrowski and several other storm chasers of that tornado. And I don't see it get too much attention compared to, you know, Moore and, I think, Tuscaloosa and whatnot, even though Tuscaloosa wasn't an EF5, it was an EF4, but, yeah.
Well, I mean, that has to do with the fact that Joplin was basically invisible. You couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Moore and Tuscaloosa were extremely photogenic.
Yeah, I'm starting to see something, if I can just raise my wing up, right on my right wingtip here. If you look all the way down, that's sort of where I'm looking here for where the path would have been. I mean, if that's the case, it would have gone right over maybe a high school or a university here. I'm not sure which is which on that, because I'm really not acquainted with Joplin whatsoever. I haven't really researched it too much. I've just seen videos of the tornado and stuff.
I am in the path. You can clearly tell because there's an absence of trees right here.
Alright, I'm gonna go fly down to where that school building is, and,
I have just flown over that school building,
okay.
And I'm in the path. I don't think this is the exact path, but it's somewhere... It's in the relative area of this path. In fact, this could even be a lot of it before the tornado actually passed through, and then I think about it. Because the only area where there's an absence of trees is right around that school. Oh yeah, right, I think right here, this place right here is that I'm flying over right now is the gas station. That
I see you.
The video was taken. I could be wrong about that, though.
Oh, do you mean the video where they're actually, like, hiding in a freezer?
Yeah, where you can hear the tornado passing and destroying the building actively as the video is taken.
Yeah, that is a crazy video. If you want to see that, viewer discretion is advised. It is really crazy, but I'll leave a link in the description and also in the top right corner if you want to see that. Oh my gosh.
I can't use brakes on this thing. Well, actually, you really can't either. You're a tail dragger, too.
There we go. I'm slowing down. It's happening. Oh, no. Well, I destroyed my prop. Yeah, so, yeah, I think that's going to be a video right there. That was actually really cool, especially with the Moore path. I mean,
there goes my prop.
Hold on. Rest in peace, Ben. But yeah, it was really cool to actually be able to see the Moore path where there are houses missing and stuff. So, yeah, if you have the game, check it out yourself. See what interesting things you can find. And if you like this video and you want to see more, leave a like and a comment. And I'll see you all next time, guys. Goodbye.